With a choir, several bands, combos, and ensembles, music can always be heard in the hallways at the music building. Andrew Santander is the head of the music department and has been at Gainesville State College for 15 years. He talks about his history with music and working at GSC.
This was about second grade. My mom wanted to get a piano, and I think in order to justify buying a piano to my dad, she was like, well, the kids can take lessons. And so I remember that she was like, would you like to take piano lessons? And I always think that was a very fateful question. Important question might be, why did I stay at Gainesville?
Yeah.
Because really, when I got the call about getting a job, I was a very young person, and actually I still had not finished my doctorate yet. So I knew I wanted to teach at the college level, and you have to understand how much the college has grown in 15 years. We still sort of say that it's an intimate environment in a small college, and here in the music building, when I first came here, we actually shared this building with art, 50-50. People would ask sometimes, they'd be like, well, why don't you go teach at a more prestigious school and all that? And I went to some very prestigious schools for music school, and so I know well the kind of students that are there. And on the one hand, there is a temptation there that, wow, you can work with the best of the best music students and all that. But at the same time, you wind up with a lot of egos, it's very difficult to teach a student that thinks they already know it all.
Definitely.
So I just always loved the genuineness of the students here.
Josh Hopper is a GSC student in the brass ensemble and symphonic band.
Basically, brass ensemble is just, as the name implies, all brass instruments. But when it comes to symphonic band, it's a mixture of percussion, string instruments, brass, and woodwind instruments. I used to play trombone back in 6th grade, but I switched over because I felt that the baritone would be a lot more easier. And what do you know? I turned out to be one of the top students in North Forsyth High School.
The large ensembles have at least 2 concerts a semester, while the smaller groups have a majority of their performances off campus. The small ensembles get calls from all types of functions, from Girl Scouts to weddings. Andrew Santander shares his belief on the future of music.
So, in terms of what a traditional ensemble is, I think that has to remain, and I think it's an important thing, a bunch of people getting together in a room and feeding off of their energy and building up a unique chemistry that happens. And so in some ways, I think the creation of music, especially if it's going to be ensemble music, you can't really get too far away from that just primitive, basic people getting together communally to produce it.